In 2026, Americans aren't saving money the old way anymore because the old way is broken. Inflation didn't just raise prices, it rewired how people think about money. Rent, groceries, insurance, healthcare, everything costs more, yet paychecks didn't magically double. So the question is no longer, how do I save? The real question is, how do smart Americans protect money when the system itself is working against them? If you're watching this, you already know something most people don't. Saving money in 2026 is not about cutting coffee. It's about strategy, psychology, and leverage. In this video, we'll break down the exact methods Americans are using right now to quietly save thousands, reduce financial stress, and regain control without extreme sacrifice, risky bets, or financial gimmicks. The biggest change in 2026 isn't economic, it's psychological. Americans no longer trust stability. Layoffs, AI disruption, interest rate shocks, and market volatility taught one brutal lesson: income can disappear faster than expenses. Smart savers realized that peace of mind doesn't come from earning more, it comes from controlling cash flow. This is why modern saving strategies focus on liquidity, flexibility, and optionality. People now separate money into purpose-based systems: emergency cash, opportunity funds, defensive savings, and long-term growth buckets. The era of dumping everything into one savings account is over. Today's savers design money systems that work even when life doesn't. In 2026, letting cash sit idle is considered financial negligence. Americans are aggressively using high-yield savings accounts, treasury-backed cash tools, and automated sweep accounts. The goal isn't to get rich, it's to stop losing purchasing power. Smart savers now treat cash like an asset, not a placeholder. They park money where it stays liquid but still earns competitive yields, often outperforming traditional banks by multiple times. The strategy is simple: cash must remain safe, accessible, and inflation-resistant, even if returns are modest. Because in uncertain times, stability beats speculation. Here's a truth most financial influencers won't tell you: cutting expenses has limits. Smart Americans don't slash, they restructure. Instead of canceling everything, they renegotiate recurring costs: insurance, internet, subscriptions, phone plans, utilities. In 2026, automation tools and AI comparison platforms make it easy to silently reduce monthly burn without lifestyle pain. The result? Hundreds saved monthly, not by deprivation, but by efficiency. The richest savers aren't minimalists, they're optimized spenders. Debt is no longer evil. Bad debt is. Smart Americans in 2026 don't rush to eliminate all debt, they strategically manage it. High-interest consumer debt is attacked aggressively, while low-rate fixed debt is carefully preserved. This approach frees up cash flow while maintaining liquidity. People prioritize interest efficiency over emotional decisions. Every dollar redirected from unnecessary interest becomes a savings multiplier. Debt is treated as a tool, not a trap. Saving works best when humans are removed from the process. In 2026, Americans automate everything: savings transfers, bill payments, micro-investing, rounding rules. Automation eliminates decision fatigue and emotional spending. The smartest savers never rely on motivation. They design systems where saving happens first, before spending decisions are even made. This single shift quietly outperforms most budgeting apps. In 2026, saving and earning are no longer separate. Smart Americans treat side income as a defensive shield, not lifestyle money. Freelancing, AI tools, digital products, consulting, and monetized skills feed savings directly. This income isn't spent, it's stored. The psychology is powerful. Primary income covers life, secondary income builds safety. This separation creates exponential security. In uncertain markets, Americans learned a hard lesson. Saving and investing serve different jobs. Saving protects tomorrow. Investing builds the future. Smart savers never confuse the two. Emergency funds are not invested. Opportunity funds stay flexible. Long-term investments are diversified and boring. This clarity prevents panic, emotional selling, and regret, especially during volatility. In 2026, crypto is no longer hype, it's infrastructure. Smart Americans don't gamble, they allocate cautiously. Digital assets are treated as long-term asymmetric tools, not short-term income. Regulation, custody solutions, and education reshaped participation. Exposure is intentional, limited, and aligned with risk tolerance. Saving still comes first. Saving in 2026 isn't just personal, it's generational. Americans increasingly plan for education, healthcare, aging parents, and children's futures simultaneously. This long-range thinking transforms saving from restriction into responsibility. Money becomes a stabilizing force across generations. Most Americans still fail because they chase returns instead of stability, trends instead of systems, and motivation instead of structure. Smart savers win quietly, not loudly. They avoid financial entertainment and focus on fundamentals. That discipline compounds faster than any viral strategy. In 2026, saving money is no longer about being cheap, it's about being prepared. The Americans who thrive aren't smarter or richer, they're structured, intentional, and patient. The question isn't whether the economy will change again. It will. The question is whether your money system is strong enough to survive it. And now you know exactly how to build one.